Okay, hi everybody. Tonight we're going to do part 2 of our origami stars. We started them last week and we found that they were a little bit more challenging than we thought. So we did the base model, and tonight we're going to do the second part, which is the sort of little bit on it. Anyway, so hopefully this is an easier fold and it goes together. I think it goes together a little bit easier, but we'll see. So I'm gonna just you know what? I'm going to switch the camera right now so that you can see my hands, and we'll start folding right away. Okay, so I'm just going to go into sharing my screen. And then I'll make it big. Okay, so this is the origami model that I did last week, and I was going to do a light blue on top of it for these other little extra bits. Okay, and I did one this evening. I did a smaller one this evening. This is the small one I did last week with the red. And this is a 2-inch square. Okay. And tonight I did this one before I came down here. And it's also a 2-inch square, but I put a little piece of metal in the middle just to make it look a little bit nicer, because these points don't quite line up for me. I'm not as precise as I should be, I guess, because you can see the points aren't quite lining up. So if I put that metal thing in the middle, it's like it covers a little bit of a sin. So, and I see Elizabeth is joining us. So that'll be
I can't. Oh, there we go. I couldn't
There
get
you
my
are.
video working.
Okay. Well, Spencer and I were making bets that you had between 3 or 5 stars done. So how many stars do you have done?
No, I just have the 2.
Okay.
I did get this one together, sort of.
Okay.
I have really struggled with getting that last piece in, though.
The
all seem to go together really well until the last piece, and then the last piece just doesn't want to.
Yeah, and I actually
in.
worked on one tonight and I got it together pretty good. But what I found is when I was putting it together, I'm putting that last piece and then a couple of pieces sort of unfolded a little bit. So I actually let them unfold and then sort of straightened it to where I wanted it, and then sort of stuck my finger in there and folded them down again. So it's a bit of one of those things where you hold your face the right way as you're folding it, and maybe that's what works.
I think my face can't make that shape.
I don't know. Okay, so tonight we're going to do the second part, which I'm hoping is easier for you guys. Again, the instructions were on the site, so you should have both of those, but we're going to just start with the same, whatever size you did your base model in, you want to use the same size for your paper. So you're going to start by just folding it in half. I should use my glasses because then I can see what I'm doing. So just side to side, you're going to fold it in half. And then, I mean, if you're working with a pattern, like if you've got pattern on one side and white on the other, make sure your pattern is facing down at this point, okay? If you're just using plain paper, it doesn't really matter. Once you have this, you're going to fold these corners back. So you're going to kind of flip it over and then just fold it back on that line, measuring across that line on both sides.
So you've got your mountain fold up.
So I turned the fold
Okay.
to a mountain fold so that I could fold those 2 in.
Okay. So, and if you've got pattern, then your mountain fold is going to be on the
Pattern side.
blank, on the pattern side.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. And then what you're going to do is turn it back over again, so your mountain becomes a valley fold. And then this line here, you're going to fold against this center line, and you're going to let that little corner flip up. Don't fold that back corner, let it flip up, and it'll just make this sort of little thing like that. So you're folding it in, but you're letting that little corner flip up. So that you end up with this. Are you guys there?
Yep.
Getting there.
Okay.
Okay, I'm there now.
Okay, so once you've got this, now you're going to take this edge and fold it against that that center again. So you're just folding it in and it's becoming almost like a paper airplane. I watched that movie, Paper Airplanes. It was quite good. So you're doing that on both sides. So you end up with a kind of a Christmas tree sort of thing.
Okay, I'm there.
Okay, so once you've done that, set it aside and start a new one.
Oh, that's it?
Almost, not quite it. But you're gonna make all these, you're gonna make 6 of these. And then you're going to assemble them on the star, and there'll be more folding then as you put them on the star. So you're folding it in half, folding those 2 corners over, then folding that fold into the center and flipping up those backs. I'm going pretty fast here. And then doing the other side. Good thing we didn't start with like the 6-sided origami box. Did I ever show it to you guys?
Well, I think I learned that when I was a kid. Like a dice out of paper.
No, it's this. This is my 6-sided.
Oh,
with origami in it.
oh yeah, I think you did show us that one day.
Yeah.
You didn't
they-
show us how to make it, you just showed it to us.
No, it's pretty hard. Okay, once you're at this point, then you're going to fold these in again. And then starting another one. We'll be done early tonight. Except you guys each have 2 to do, right? So you're folding it in half. Fold those corners to the back. And then fold that fold against the center. And let those back flip up. And then flip those little guys in the middle. Yeah. It's almost like a guy wearing a really deep hat.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a member of the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh, well, not that. Shoot. Oh, we not allowed here.
Okay.
I was thinking like a monk or something, or a wizard.
Wizard, yeah, let's say a wizard.
Yikes. I'll get banned from YouTube. For folding inappropriate.
I know you have to be you can't be too careful these days, right?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Just don't mention C4 in your folding instructions and you'll probably be okay.
Let's see. What? Yeah, you lost me there.
Plastic explosives.
Oh. Oh, you really meant C4. Yeah, these should not do that. These stars.
It's good.
But I'm sure you could throw at somebody. You could throw them at somebody. They might take an eye out.
Well, that's the spirit of the season. The KKK and blinding people.
Yep. There you go. I'm slated to be banned.
Brenda and Leslie are missing out.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Big time. Okay, you guys, I'm not even telling you what to do anymore. I'm just expecting that you're just doing it because you're
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Bill had cataract surgery, and he so we've been watching movies. We watched a couple of movies, but he's not really watching them because he wasn't really supposed to be watching TV. So we put the movies on and then listened to the movies. And then every once in a while I would describe what was going on. He'd sit there with his eyes closed,
Oh.
listening to movies that we've seen before. So
Oh, yeah.
Well, I went to college with a blind fellow who liked to come to the movies with us, and he enjoyed them.
yeah.
My hubby doesn't see too well, and he puts on that descriptive text or whatever
Oh, yeah.
that describes what's going on.
Yeah.
Have you made all 6 already, Karen?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yes, I have. I'll just do some 3-inch ones while I'm waiting. Remember, I've been doing this a long time. And I was practicing before we started tonight, so. So I'm just working on, I have a 2-inch star that I'm working on, so.
So these papers that I got at the dollar store, they say on them that they're 4-inch by 4-inch, but they're not.
They're a
Oh,
little
come
off,
on.
are they?
Come on,
There.
Elizabeth, you got them at the dollar store. What do you
I
expect?
know, they're like 1/8 of an inch too small.
Yeah.
Ugh,
So they're not
So
square, or
irritating.
they're,
They're
they're,
just not
they're
square?
square, they're just not 4 inches.
well, that's half the battle.
Well, as long as they're all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's just awkward size to cut of white paper to go with it, you know?
Yeah.
When you're a master crafts lady, I guess it matters.
Does. I'm an ex-drafts person and an ex-quilter. And both those things, you need precision.
Mhm.
Look, Ma, 6 paper airplanes that aren't going anywhere.
That's all right.
What's happened here?
We're gonna make one wimpy throwing star out of them.
That's all right.
My nose crinkled.
Uh-oh.
What the heck?
For what it's worth, I've got 6 of them.
Awesome.
I don't.
How
I'm
you doing,
struggling with
Elizabeth?
this last one.
Are you?
It doesn't want to fold. I don't know what I did wrong here.
See, that's too small for me, Karen. My fingers couldn't do that. I have small hands, but that's still too small.
Well, it's not too bad. It's just little folds. Hey, Elizabeth, how you doing?
Oh, I'm like completely confused myself now. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, so you're folding
Like,
it.
do you ever start doing something and you think you know what you're doing and then all of a sudden you go, what's
What am I
happening?
doing? Yeah,
Okay, I'm almost there.
okay.
I'm almost there. Just my last 2 little folds to make. I don't know. I got one fold that I guess I folded it wrong and
Throws everything
I
off.
couldn't, yeah, it throws everything off and then you can't see where it is wrong and okay, I'm there. I'm there.
Let me just finish this little guy here. All right. So now that you've got your 6, what you're going to do is you're going to take your model and you're going to take the ugly side, which has all the splits on it. And you're going to take this. And what you're going to do is you're going to insert that this little edge into this pocket. So one goes in one side. And then you lift up and put this one in the other side. Come on, get in there. Don't fight with me. Oops, just a minute. I got a little fold doing weird things on me.
Well, it wasn't that much value that I put my stars in a book and press them, and flatten them out. And now that I know that you gotta lift those things up, that was kind of counterproductive, wasn't it?
Not really. I got a fold here that unfolded on me, so I gotta just sort of stick it in there again. Okay, so once you have it on there, I got a problem here, just a minute. Sorry, my thing came undone. I gotta redo it here.
I got a problem too, so. I can't get there. There you go. Put it in there.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this back in here again. One side goes in one way. And then the other side goes in the other pocket.
And how far are you supposed to push it down? It will move.
It should be pretty close to the center.
Okay.
Okay, so there I've got it. And you can see it's pointing right at the center.
Yeah.
Okay, once you have it in there, you're going to turn it around. And this is the fold that you want to do. What you're doing is you're going to take this line and line it up with this line. Okay, so this line here lines up with this line. So it's not going to fold right up against the star. It's just going to fold like that. So see how it's sort of sticking out here?
Yeah.
But this line is in line with this edge of the star. Okay.
Okay.
So this is going to this line. Then once you have that one, you take the other side and do the same thing. You're going to line it up, not with this edge, but with this blue line here. And then crease it. So it kind of sticks out on either side. Do you see that?
Yep.
I had to pull my thing up a little high. I had it too far down in the center. So this one goes over the same thing. that line there. Let's see if I've got something that looks like yours. Looks sort of like yours.
Okay, so once you've got those, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift one up and stick one inside the other one. They kind of make a pocket.
Does it matter which goes into which?
Not really. Come on. Well, easier said than done. Just a minute.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Well, that's easy enough.
as I struggle to
Is it
try and
now?
get mine in.
Yeah, mine doesn't want to
Wanna
go
go
in
in.
either.
I'll try it the other way. It should go in the little pocket there.
Apparently my middle line is no longer correct, but I got it.
Okay, I'm trying the other way. Doesn't want to go that way.
Yeah, mine doesn't want to go that way. Why is it? Sure, I just did this like down.
And you just do that, and you do that 6 times, huh?
Yeah. Spencer's got it already.
Oh, I need a pokey tool helper tool. There
Yeah.
we go.
Mine's getting stuck on the.
There we go. Palette knife.
Yeah, maybe something like that would help. Sort of get it in there. There. Oh, oh. Once you have it, then it's like a little pocket there. Okay. And then you do the next one.
Is there anything, you just do 6 individually, or do they have to get connected at some point?
They don't get connected.
All right, that was my test one. Now I'm gonna redo that color so I can put it on my other one. Hmm. When you're colorblind, you go for gaudy is beautiful, so.
Yeah, well, it can be. It can very well be.
It's my,
Okay, once I have it there, I'm going to measure against that blue line. And then measure against the other blue line.
can you, once you fold that, can you flip it over? I want to see where your points are in the center. I want to see how close together they are.
They're not close,
Okay.
okay? Like
Mhm.
even on this one's a smaller one, right? There's still that gap. And that's
Okay.
why I like to put something there. So on this one,
I was just trying to figure out where, when I measure how far up and down this piece is going to be, I was just trying to get a sense of where it needs to be.
yeah. And I mean, if you do a bunch of them, you might get a better sense of how they need to go.
Yeah, I don't think my sanity factor will allow for that, but good idea.
What? Oh, I didn't tuck.
I'll give you this. This lesson today is a lot easier than the one last week.
That's good. Well, I'm glad because I kind of said it was easier. So I'm feeling like we're having a little bit more success today.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to really coax it into that pocket.
The palette knife really does help a lot.
Does it?
Yeah, because it just flattens everything out. You just poke the palette knife in there and everything flattens out.
That's good. You know, sometimes using tools, sometimes I use a chopstick
Oh,
Mm.
yeah.
just as I'm putting things together. Sometimes it's just, your finger's too thick or too wide to go into a little pocket to push things down.
Yep.
Come on. Tour. Shucks.
Just coaxing. I'm finding that as I'm folding over the back, there's one edge that's maybe a little bit wider than the other edge. So it's easier for me to put that one in. A little rip in my origami here. That's okay, I'll just cover it. Folding bone might do the same thing. Still not working.
Mhm.
There we go. I mean, you could take this whole model when you have it done and put it in a book and see if you can press it, because then it might lay a little bit flatter if you press it, because it's still a little bit lumpy.
Well, I found a easier way for me to make that first insert, so.
What did you do?
Oh, I just folded it flat. I just took the, come on, don't come out of that. These little paper airplanes, instead of folding one side in and then trying to get the other in, I fold them flat together like this. Flat together, sorry. Instead of having it like this and folding one side in first and then the other in, if I fold them together like this as a point, I
Uh-huh.
can kind of slide them into the
Oh, yeah.
little
Oh,
hole
okay.
together. It works for me.
Well,
Doesn't have to-
that's what you got to do, is find out how it works for you and go from there.
Exactly, doesn't have to work for anybody else. Now that I said that, it's not cooperating.
Of course.
Oops.
At my house, we always called that the curse of mommy watching.
Yeah.
Nothing ever works when mommy's watching. When you have to show it off to someone else.
Oh, you see now, I have the opposite thing. It's like, Bill, my computer's not working. Look, when I do this, it doesn't work, except when you're watching.
Yeah.
And it works. I was like, but it wasn't working like 2 minutes ago when you weren't looking. Okay. I'm just using my folding bone just to, tighten some of these creases now that it's all done there. And you can do this, like, you don't have to have a folding bone. You could use a spoon or something like that just to deepen your folds and stuff. So there's my blue guy. And again, I don't like this center, so I'm going to put something on there. I don't know if these are big enough. I might need a bigger thing to put on those ones. Let's see what I got here. I think it's got to be bigger than that. You'd think I have like a million circles or something laying around here that I'd be able to use. And I do.
Come on, don't do that.
I just happen to have, oh, I don't want that one. It's not good. This one.
There, I did it.
You did it. Awesome.
Yay.
Nice. So I'm just going to take, I have a little circle here. I think it's a paint sample that's been punched into a circle. I'm going to put some of this other glue. And I'm just gonna pop that in the middle. There. I like that better with something there,
Yeah,
right? It just, because that center just doesn't look neat to me. But if I can put something
Yeah.
there, then it's a little bit better, like I did on this one. This one, I had a nice little shiny piece of metal that I could put on it. And I'll probably do the same on that red one. But so I actually, when I was moving my mom's stuff, she actually had a whole bunch of origami paper that a friend had ordered or bought from Japan for her. And of course, I wasn't about to let that go anywhere. So I brought them here, but they're beautiful.
oh, wow.
Is origami paper. And of course, you know, she's had them and probably never used them. Maybe that one she did, I don't know. But they're quite lovely.
Yeah.
Some of these anyway, so I might have to do something with one of those. But anyway, and so that's the star. So now, do you guys have, what time is it? 7:34. Do you guys have another one you need to finish? Because Spencer, you had two.
Yeah, I'm working on my little one now.
Okay.
Well, oh, come on. It's not staying in place, stupid
I
thing.
have this little one I just did this evening.
Yeah, I'll have to see how it works because I did my white star with 2-inch pieces, and then this is that paper that I bought, and it's just a tiny bit small, so I don't know, might not work.
It might still work.
I'm gonna try it. How about that?
Yeah. It's worth a try. I can see I'm already having a problem here. I don't know if you can see that, but I can see the black through the pink. Right there. You see where you see the black?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because I'm using actual origami paper. But
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
I guess
So
this is
it's
the,
thin.
yeah, it's probably not the side would show anyway. It's probably not the most important side, but yeah, because the paper's thin, it's showing the black. Now what's going on here?
Oh.
What did you do?
I folded it upside down.
Oh, well, that happens sometimes
Okay.
too. It is a little bit harder with this origami paper. Doesn't work one way, try the other way. There we go.
Okay, so my mountain is my white side.
No, the
Right?
mountain is the color side.
The mountain is the colored side. Okay. That's where I went wrong last time.
That's right. You know, it's actually kind of interesting, this black that I can see through. It's going to create like a little very shadow of a sort of a pinwheel on this side
Oh,
because
So-
I mean, because of the folds inside the units. Oh, I was going to show something else to you guys. At one point, and my favorite origami artist, which is Tomoko Fuse, she has a book on origami quilting,
oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
and it's folding. It's folding paper, but you make paper quilts.
Oh, no, that's different than what I've seen. Because what I've seen is folding fabric and then sewing these origami fabric stars onto a quilt.
Yeah, no, this is she has a whole book on origami quilting, which is all in Japanese, so it's a little hard to follow sometimes. Just a minute. Anyway, I had done this origami quilting thing years before. And I'm sorry if it's kind of dirty, but I grabbed it from my parents' place. It's something that I had done and I had folded it and given it to my dad. And this is an
Oh,
origami
that's cool.
fold that I did.
Wow. That's intense.
It's pretty intense, that fold. But yeah, anyway, so it's really interesting because she creates these patterns and you can go on. And there's a big piece that I was working on at one point, and I was using I had certain colors of origami paper, and one of the colors was a brown origami paper. And I needed lots of these brown pieces of origami paper. And do you think I could find the same brown?
Oh,
It's like all of a sudden the brown origami paper that I was finding was a different shade of brown. I was like,
yeah.
"Ah." So I'd started it. I think it's still in a folder under my desk here. And I never finished it because I was having a hard time finding the.
Well, they
origami.
probably do that on purpose, so they can sell more. It's like quilting fabric. You
Maybe.
never find it again.
Yeah. So frustrating.
Stained glass is the same too.
Mhm.
They make the glass different colors all the time.
Well, and it's kind of like, I wonder if it has to do with dye lots and stuff like that, right? Like yarn is like that, right? You can't always get the same dye lot. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, I'm almost done. Except for gluing my little center things, but I think I want a black one in this one.
No fudge.
Come on. In there.
Did you have those little black ones folded or did you just fold those now?
I folded those ones while you guys were finishing your 6.
Oh, okay.
There. I like that one. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
again,
nice.
something in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Show off.
I have been doing it so long time. Okay, let's have a look here.
You're wandering.
I am. Oh, I don't know if I can get this out without disturbing the light.
Nope.
Is it gonna make a big difference?
Ah, be careful. No. Can I? Should I?
It's not heavy. Okay,
Wow. You're never gonna get that stuff out of it.
all right. I just had Bill help me pull this open. You're not gonna see the whole thing because I don't think it, I don't even know how far I got on it. I guess I didn't get that far. So-
Do you need to switch cameras?
No, this is the origami quilt I was working on.
Oh, wow.
So,
That takes patience.
yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
That's one of the words.
Except I don't even know, like, I think I had a folder somewhere with all the brown that I did scrounge. I have no idea where it is. So there it sits in a big folder. Forever. All right. How you guys doing?
I'm just folding my 5th, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
My
I'm
show and
folding my
tell.
6th
Show and
one.
tell.
That is,
Whoa, fancy.
that is
Okay, let me
my,
switch. I'm gonna switch the camera to Spencer's here.
that is my complete effort,
That looks really good.
for whatever it's worth.
Oh,
That's-
sorry. I gotta
that's
stop
my-
my share.
Stop share.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
Okay, there we
Oops.
go.
My little red fell out.
Yeah, your little red one's kind of a little crook wonky there. I kind of like the gold in there. That one looked good. Let's see.
All right, there's my show and tell.
That looks really good. Now
Yeah.
what did you put in the middle there?
I just cut out a little green dot and
It's
tried to
perfect.
fill it on.
It's
I didn't
perfect.
have anything better, so I just did that.
It looks like your corners lined up pretty good, though.
Yeah, it looks really good.
So,
That's nice.
yeah, thank you, Karen, for teaching me how to make a throwing star.
Now, next week with metal,
Yeah, don't take anybody's eye out.
including your own.
Uh,
I love, your attention to detail is so interesting, right? Because you've put even the way you've done the colors, the side,
I actually just chose 6 colors and I just moved them one over. So
yeah, it looks really good.
that's
it
all
looks
I did
really
is
nice.
just
Yeah.
move it one over. So I don't
Yeah.
know if it works or not, but it's what I could do. So
No, it looks really good. I like it. I
that's
like it.
my effort.
Excellent. Okay,
Let's-
Elizabeth, how
let's
you
get
doing?
yours, Elizabeth.
Well,
Isn't it?
I mean, I just have this one done, my big one.
Very nice.
I don't have a thing to put on it with me here.
Yeah.
I did buy some snowflake stickers
Mhm.
at the dollar store, so I might stick a snowflakes. Yeah, I mean, there's different size snowflakes, and then they have some little just round gems. So
Yeah, you
I'll-
can do gems.
I'll
You can
find
do
something
a sequin
to
or
fill
something like
that
that.
hole.
Yeah.
But yeah, my little one, I haven't got that far on it yet.
Oh, but it's gonna be so cute with the polka dots.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna give you a quick preview of what we're doing next week. I'm sorry, Spencer. Maybe you can find somebody who has paper towel rolls. So Spencer's like, stop with the toilet paper rolls. Crying out loud. I don't have them. Okay. This is what I want to work on next week is
Okay.
Can you go back to your?
Oh,
yeah.
spotlight myself. Mhm.
Or this is okay. It was so small before.
There we go. All right. So I think this is the way I want it. Anyway, or this way. I don't know. Oh, that way. Anyway, it's sort of like a little sculptural painting.
Oh, yeah.
So what I did is I found a piece of little mat board, and I've got the toilet paper rolls, and then we start using paint and stuff like that. So I'll have a supply list for you. And I think I was using some paint pens in there too, but you could probably use Sharpie marker or markers or pencil crayon or whatever you like. Okay.
I'm not going to be able to make it next week.
Oh, no.
I have family coming from out of town to
Oh,
stay
okay.
for a few
Well-
days. So
Well, if they want to join in, they certainly can. So,
Or Spencer has to bring another friend.
yeah. Spencer says, I'm not going to be there. I don't have toilet paper rolls. So, all right. Okay. Well, that's it for tonight. So hopefully you'll have some stars that you can give away or practice.
I
for.
want to show you what I made though,
Okay.
because when we did those things, those toilet paper roll things last time, you know, I hate my toilet paper rolls because they're too thick
Yeah.
and heavy. So I thought, I took a Wendy's Frosty cup. It's kind of a soft plastic, and I cut it in a spiral, and then I cut
Mhm.
pieces off, and I made this out of it. So it's the same idea, but it's plastic instead of,
Oh,
cardboard.
that's lovely.
And
That's
then
so great.
I glittered it up, and I have just been covered in glitter ever since.
Well, that's really
But-
lovely.
It turned out kind of pretty. I used Scotch tape to attach it together because it's plastic, so the glue doesn't really stick.
Yeah.
But it turned out like it's really firm, like it's, you know, the toilet paper rolls were just coming apart on me, and I thought I have to conquer this craft.
Yeah. Well, you know, I
So,
love your solution.
I
I mean,
did.
that's just so great. You know, you've taken something, again, something that's, you know, pretty much garbage, and you've made it into
Yeah.
this beautiful little sculptural piece that's
Yeah.
glittery and fun.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah, I kind of like it too.
Very
I gotta
fun.
go get myself a Frosty. Oh, well.
Yeah, it's a nice plastic to work with. It's, you know, it's nice and flexible. It's
Yeah.
not like some of the cups are, you know,
They're brittle, right?
stiff and brittle. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really cool.
So,
Well, that's, you know, that's part of the thing that I love about this is when we're sharing things, sharing ideas, and then you guys come up with different ways of doing things or different applications. I mean, you know, reusing a Wendy's cup, or, you know, it's taking a look at the stuff that's around you and what can you make out of it and what can you do with it. I think that's such a great thing that we do here. So anyway, so next
Yeah.
week, that's what we'll be doing. And
So will Spencer be here or not?
I don't know.
Ask him.
He's thinking about it. I told him to go ask a neighbor if they had some toilet paper rolls, and he says, I'm not, he didn't want to do that. I said, it's a good way to meet
No, I
you.
can't tell you what I'm doing in 2 hours. I can't tell you what I'm doing in 7 days.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if you might have a night off, where I'm going with this. If the two mainstays aren't gonna be here, where's Leslie gonna be?
Well, Leslie's traveling right now, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But if not, then we'll wing it. I mean, the other thing we could do is we could do something else.
It's up to you. Check back in 48 hours. Or longer. It might be later this week before I get anything up.
Okay, well, the other thing that I'm working on, and I wasn't going to do with you guys because I thought it would be pretty easy, but I'm doing with my mom tomorrow at her place. I'm doing what I call twinsies. And they're just like a 2-inch square of cardboard, not cardboard, cardstock, and then we decorate them with stuff. And I'm using like old Christmas cards and stuff like that. And you can, and then I'm attaching them to a little board to make a little Christmas decoration. So if you want, we could do that instead. Maybe it's up to you, Spencer.
The pressure's on, huh?
I'll send you some pictures and you can decide what you want to do next week. How's that?
Am I the only one that's playing next week?
Maybe.
Well, Leslie's back in town. Is Brenda kicking out, or is she just taking the day
I
off?
don't know. Well, I think she was taking today off, but
Yeah, she got
you know
home
what?
late.
Maybe I'll send you the two options and you can decide what you want to do next week. How's that?
Okay, I'll check my email in a day or two.
Okay, I'll try and send it to you tomorrow so you know. Okay. The twinsies are really fun. I just don't have any to show you right now because they're all at my parents' community, but they're just nice. They're fun, like little 2-inch things.
Just because I'm expressionless doesn't mean I'm rendering an opinion one way or the other.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
I'm not going to Wendy's, and I'm not cutting up a Frosties cup.
No.
Great idea, Elizabeth, just not for me. I'll leave that to you two.
Well, I found this other piece of plastic. It had salami in it, and it's kind of, I thought it had potential too. So, just keep your eyes open.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna find. I'm gonna start looking at that stuff
Even
too.
a drink
All
bottle.
right. Well, I'll look for
Yeah.
your email, Karen.
All right, I'll send that to you right away, and you guys have a great evening, and I'll talk to you next week.
All right.
Thanks.
All right.
Good night. Thank
Good night.
you.